Tom Lara, who died in 2025, was absolutely one of the greatest songwriters, entertainers, great piano player, so fucking funny, crazy, and he only made just a few records in the late 50s, and then he made a few little things in the 1960s. But most of his life, he spent in Santa Cruz in California, teaching math and things like that. Anyway, I was a huge fan. My dad had the records. They were live albums recorded at the Saunders Theatre in Cambridge in the 50s. And I listened to them as a 10-year-old and loved them. And so years later, I actually got to know him a little bit. I asked him to play on one of my songs, and he said no, but in a funny, nice way. It was a song called "My Meds," and he said, thank you so much, Loudon, for this invitation, but I'm going to have to pass. But anybody that uses the word mercurochrome in a song is okay with me. So that was a thrilling afternoon when I got that email. Then last year, in the spring, he died in the fall. So in the spring, I went to see him with my girlfriend Susan. We went to Cambridge. He was living by himself, 97 years old, and looking good, so funny. At one point we said, or one of us said, "So Tom, 97, man, what is that like?" He said, the great thing about getting to be this old is less peer pressure. This is the Tom Lara song. From the Bible to the popular song, there's one theme that we find all along. Of all ideals we hail as good, the most sublime is motherhood. There was a man, though, who it seems once carried this ideal to extremes. He loved his mother and she loved him, and yet his story is rather grim. There once was a man named Oedipus Rex. You may have heard about his art complex. His name appears in Freud's index, 'cause he loved his mother. His rivals used to say quite a bit, as a monarch he was most unfit. Still in all, they had to admit that he loved his mother. Loved his mother like no other. His daughter was his sister, his son was his brother. One thing on which you can depend is he sure knew who a boy's best friend is. When he found out what he had done, he tore his eyes out one by one. A tragic end to a loyal son who loved his mother. He loved like no other. His daughter was his sister, his son was his brother. One thing on which you can depend is he sure knew who a boy's best friend is. When he found out what he had done, he tore his eyes out one by one. A tragic end to a loyal son who loved his mother. So be sweet and kind to mother now and then, have a chat. Buy her flowers or some candy or a brand new hat. Maybe you would better let it go at that. Or you might find yourself with an odd complex. Complex. You may end up like Oedipus. I'd rather marry a dark-billed platypus than